Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Thursday, July 1st, 4:10 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. Check out bitcoindailywiew.com. Got more for you there. As always, their crypto.com card. It's really cool. All the cool kids have it. Not financial advice. Just saying, all the cool kids have it. You might like to get yourself one. It's in the description and over at bitcoindailywiew.com. A nice little affiliate link which makes me a few dollars, literally a few dollars. Anyway, but I'd endorse it even if they didn't. They're just doing great stuff. All right, latest news. Must follow YouTube's on the GSM, Adapt 2030. That's David Devine and Ice Age Farmer. Another important GSM YouTube to follow. If you want to learn more about the Grand Solar Minimum, check out the Climate Revolution book by David Devine. Really, really good. Also, back in February, he's a regular on my other podcast, Rating Creators. Back in February, David and I talked about stuff. I don't know why this is over here and not over here, but it is. Anyway, click on that. It was a fun time we had talking about stuff. Grand Solar Minimum stuff, Earth stuff, crypto stuff, just stuff. It was fun. Anyway, friends don't let friends worry about the Delta variant. They really, really don't. Now, this is not financial advice. This is not health advice. So nothing I say should ever be taken as having any value whatsoever. Always do what Klaus Schwab, Fauci, Bill Gates, and whatever other globalist you believe has authority over your life and should. Do what they say. Don't listen to me. I have absolutely no value. Do not listen to anything I say ever. With that said, get the crypto.com card, but not financial advice. Okay, anyway, multiple hydropower plants up for sale in China as crypto miners flee. So the hash rate took a dump recently because the multiple hydropower plants up for sale in China as crypto miners flee. Well, that's why. Anyway, China's like, no, man, you can't mine that stuff here. And the crypto miners are like, okay, we'll leave. And they are. The hash rate will be right back where it was, I guarantee, as fast as these characters can possibly get their ASICs plugged in again and get some internet and some cooling. And boom. Anyway, I like this. It just goes to show. But you know what really kind of surprised me? I'm surprised that China let them leave. I mean, I'm just saying, wouldn't you harvest those ASIC organs? Anyway, Patreon is bankrolling climate change deniers while we all burn. This is why I mention Adapt 2030 and Ice Age Farmer. Vice News, basically a neo-Bolshevik pamphlet. What a garbage publication. Anyway, I can't believe anybody even looks at this crap. But one of the things that they're doing here, as a typical neo-Bolshevik, is they're saying, oh, look at this. Adapt 2030. Look, doing his research is actually making money on Patreon. Well, all money belongs to the state. It should be taken from him. Isn't that so terrible? Look, evil capitalist, somebody making money. They have something that people want to hear. It has value. They do research. They're good human beings. They want to help humanity. So they're evil because they make money doing it. You should only make money basically, doing your shift at the potato farm for the state. And you also should have no opinions outside of the consensus popular opinion, because people who turn from truth and generate evil like the consensus popular opinion on all things. You may have noticed. So it's very disgusting that Vice actually goes after David Devine. And not only that, another truly great human being, Ice Age Farmer. I know Christian, the guy who heads this up. I've met him before. These guys. And also here they talk about what the Grand Solar Minimum is, Vice does, but they completely represent it because they are dim-witted retards, and they have a dark intent in writing this. Anyway, follow these guys, check it out. If you want to learn what's really going on with the changing climate in this world, listen to people who actually have value and are good human beings and not garbage like people who work at Vice. Anyway, China's wandering elephants are on the move again. Are they headed home? Some say that they're actually wandering towards higher ground because we might have Earth changes ahead. And if you want to learn about that, well, a good thing to do, go over to Adapt 2030 and Ice Age Farmer's channel and listen to what they're talking about. You might actually realize that there's reasons for why these elephants are moving that are historically supported. And anyway, with that said, Fauci, there are now two Americas, the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. Also, Ohio judge makes COVID vaccine condition of probation. How interesting. Do we see an agenda here? Let me actually fire this up right here. I like this. This guy, Zuby, he's quite the outspoken guy on Twitter and everywhere else. And like he says, friends don't let friends worry about the Delta variant. Not health advice whatsoever. I'm just saying I appreciate his take on it. And when I see stuff like this, like the top two articles here on Zero Hedge, I go, Ooh, I guess they're going to be locking us down again because they ain't getting what they want, are they? Anyway, with that said, those teams will go into communities where officials are worried about a potentially deadly combination, low vaccine rates, and high spread of Delta. The White House has deployed similar teams before, but this is the first time they're focused on the Delta variant. And here's the article right here at CNN that's being talked about. White House to deploy response teams focused on combating Delta variant. What the crap are they doing? I wish they would define that. Are they going to be sort of swatting people like they do, dairies that sell unpasteurized milk? Anyway, with that said, cryptobubbles.net. I love this little site. It's so cute. It's so wonderful. In general, we have a red day in the market. HBAR and XDC are looking good. Maybe we'll take a look at those as we go along. Looking at Coin 360. All right, a red day in the market. HBAR and I see Cello and Near, a couple things in the green, but very, very much so, not much. So with that said, let's look at volume. First, this is spot trading volume on Binance. So basically all spot trading, all alts pairs on Binance. Got about 100,000 million, billions, 15.5 billion. That ain't crap for volume on Binance. Anyway, down 8.34% last 24 hours. Well, there you go. There ain't no volume to have been supporting Bitcoin's recent move up. And that's why it's kind of retracing a bit. Bitcoin explicitly trading volume last 24 hours, 4 billion. That's nothing. Not even 3 billion on Binance. Coinbase, 500 million. Anyway, there's no volume. Why was Bitcoin moving up in the first place? I don't even know. I don't get it. If you know, tell me. To me, it seems like it must be whale plays, or ultimately, even with very, very slight retail volume, when the whales do let the shorts go and allow Bitcoin to move up, it does. But it seems like it would take virtually no volume to move Bitcoin then. And people really are afraid of shorts. I don't know. None of it really makes sense to me. We're just seeing what's going on. We're watching. We're reacting. We got a plan, right? Whether it goes sideways, dumps, or pumps, you got a plan to make much, much wow money this year, because it will get released. And when it does, it'll be a rocket ship to Pluto. And if they dump it even harder, well, you're hedged out a little bit, right? And not financial advice, just saying, have some dry powder because you can buy that sweet low when we see a confirmed uptrend. All right, 56% longs, 43% shorts on Binance for Bitcoin. I'm going to call that indecisive, okay? I am. It's slightly positive, but indecisive in my opinion. For Ethereum, 61% longs, 38% shorts. That's a bit of a long sentiment. So, anyway, who cares about the other ones? Anyway, range last 24 hours, 32,794 to 35,206. Wonderful. All right. How many gold coins you can get with a Bitcoin today? 18.74. Gold today sideways. Silver today sideways, unless you're looking a lot closer than the daily chart. Let's skip everything else with traditional markets, except for look at this dollar strength index on the daily up top here. Boom. That thing bounced off the 200 moving average, and it is moving up hardcore. Not surprising that silver and gold are having a bit of a struggle sideways right now. All right, looking at Bitcoin up top here, 4-hour charts, Bitcoin shorts in the middle, and Bitcoin longs in the bottoms. This is all these are 4-hour charts, kind of lined up with each other, as you can see. Bitcoin did challenge and get over that 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. Everybody was like, yeah, I was too. But still, with no volume, who's doing it? Why is it happening? And we're still in that 30 to 40K range. So I'm all about breaking out of it. I'm ready. I got my dry powder ready to boom, fire off and get into that wonderful peaceful revolution which exists now, and as Bitcoin just moons like crazy, and it has too much value that we've all got in on, and the globalists cannot really manipulate it like they have before. We've all made our money. We don't care. Now it's sideways at 100K, 200K, 500K. It's all right. We're driving our Lambos, having a good time, just living off interest on our Bitcoin that is now in the Celsius wallet, linked to over at bitcoindailyview.com. Get yourself one. It really, really is a great way to make interest on your crypto and USDC and PAX G. Hey, Anyway, with that said, not financial advice. But look at this. We had this price movement. It was nice yesterday. It's come down since then. But look at that. Shorts are not what's pushing it down. Shorts have kind of dumped off quite a while ago. Shorts just did not kill it. It pumped without longs pumping it. without a sudden reduction in shorts. It's funny, basically, whatever's happening, like the way that the whales have been manipulating Bitcoin, they ain't been doing it recently with this up and this down. So what does that mean? I don't know. Anyway, longs versus shorts. Check this out. So you got the 2 hour, kind of shows this very well. You can see where the shorts are below. And in this comparative chart, you can make these, just click on the compare icon over here. And you can make these charts. They're kind of fun. Just put in BTC and then put in USD shorts and USD longs, and you can compare. Anyway, so when longs are under Bitcoin, it gives it an upwards momentum. When they're above, it gives it a downwards momentum. And what's happened, recently, what we've been seeing is when Bitcoin's price action starts to move up, they just crank these shorts and they wreck it. Boom. There you go. So that's kind of what happens. Well, anyway, shorts are below the price action. Good to go. Longs really aren't going climbing or descending. They're just kind of going sideways. So basically, this whole movement here, I mean, I guess shorts being low did allow it, but it didn't start. But it's not coming down because of shorts pumping, which is why I would have expected it to come down. So what's going on? I don't know. Anyway, on the daily, looks like we visited the 300 moving average again, but we're above it. That's nice. It looks like we continue to bounce, to ride this 314 moving average uphill, which is very, very nice. Kind of like an old Dodge Power Wagon 4x4 with a slant 6 in it that you bought from the forestry department, and it's all like old and rattly, and you're just going up this really rough dirt road. You're climbing these switchbacks, and it's rough, if you like 4x4ing. Anyway, with that said, well, there you go. We are staying above that 314 moving average. That's really, really wonderful. Daily MACD, unfortunately, it's kind of going the wrong way today, but it's still positive. All we need is a little bit of upwards price action, and all will be well. Anyway, let's see if we can get support above this .5 fib line once again at around 34,272. All right, looking at the 4-hour chart, the way I drew this fib, it's right here in front of you. You can kind of see how I did it. That's my logic, why I did it, and all that, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, we just took a hardcore dump, past the .5 fib line. We wicked on most of the 618, and now we are struggling to get back above the .5 fib line here. The way I drew it here, the .5 fib line is right around 3,000. It's right around 33,381. So, when we get above 33,000, well, let's say 34,000, we're probably going to hopefully be getting support above this .5 fib line again. So really right now, as you can see, it's all about the 618 fib line, the .5 fib line, and the 382 above. So we'll see what's going to happen. It has worked around the 618 fib line before, also the 786. So obviously all of them, because I drew the fib here, but all lines up pretty well. Let's just see what happens. There we go. It just is what it is right now. 43 days and 9 hours and 45 minutes we've been in this sideways channel, roughly between 30 and 40K. That's what the green box represents. For the fun of it, I did a fib, and I matched the .5 up with this heartbeat of this channel here, using these little tools here. You can do parallel channel, and it will put a little dotted heartbeat in there. You can kind of see it. Anyway, well, there you go. We pumped recently on this 45-minute chart. Got above the .5 fib line. That's really nice. We were well above the 200 moving average. That is wonderful. The 200 moving average crossed above the 314 moving average. That's really nice. And then, boom, we dumped. Made a wick to the 786, which is at 32,810. We have it drawn here. And boom, now we're moving up. Let's see if we can get back above that 200 moving average. You can see it all a little bit clearer here. There's the 4-hour chart once again, same thing we were looking at, but a little bit more drilled down. We broke above the 200 moving average. That's really, really nice. Didn't last very long. Now we've done a 618 bounce. What do I have over here? Hope I'm consistent. Let's see. 782 bounce. Anyway, that's right, because this fib is drawn differently. It's just for reference. It just kind of shows that ultimately, in this time frame, the sideways time frame, looking at kind of rounding off 30 and 40K as top and bottom, put a fib in there. It will kind of match up. The .5 will be right there in the middle, and it just kind of shows that it is respecting levels. So if you want to give this a shot, give it a try. And I find that it kind of does show balance points and resistance points that kind of match up with this fib going on the sideways action. I wish you could actually export templates in TradingView, and I could just say, hey, click my template, and you'll get this. Wouldn't that be kind of groovy? Anyway, because it's kind of hard to, well, it just takes a while to explain exactly how you did something. Anyway, 4-hour chart, it's wonderful. We already looked at that. Like I say, a bounce off the 618 with a wick there, kind of, and all is well. I'm sorry, this is a 4-hour chart, not 45-minute chart. Anyway, the 4-hour chart does show the break above is the 200 moving average. For a 4-hour chart, that's really, really important. I like that. That's a lot of, that's much strength, if you ask me. The 200 moving average in the 4-hour chart is starting to kind of level out. I definitely think as it starts to move up, if it does so and we break above it again, that might be a sticking point. Right now, the indicators are all pretty wrecked, but they do show an uptrend happening. And like I say, we did wick here to the 618. Now we're breaking above that .5 fib line. Let's see if we can stay above that. In the 4-hour chart here, I have that at 33,358, so 33,500. Support above that .5 fib line would be wonderful. If we can challenge this 200 moving average again right now, which is around 30, let's say 35,666. If we can break above that and find support above that and stay for like 12 or 24 or 48 hours and continue an upwards momentum, that's going to be wild, and alts will lose their minds as far as you can catch some amazing alt pumps if that happens. Anyway, keep this rolling. Ethereum USDT, the nice thing about that is that it has broken above the 200 moving average back here on June 27th, and it's stayed there while Bitcoin has been extremely volatile. Above the 200 moving average, 200 moving average is above the 314 moving average. These indicators are a bit wrecked right now, but they're actually trending upwards. Ethereum USDT is kind of hanging out here on support that it has developed. And let's see, as long as Bitcoin at least stays sideways with a little bit of love, a little bit of upwards love, I think we'll definitely see Ethereum continue to be a strong player. All right, since HBAR is doing so well, HBAR, USDT on the 4-hour chart, check this mad thing out. It's wonderful. Indicators really, really rocking. The ADX is a little low. It's about 14.5. Like to see it get to 15, but sometimes it does take a while. I have it very conservative settings there, so I think that the default settings would probably be above that right now, but my settings for ADX are kind of secret. I can't tell you. You got to be a member of Blockchain Education to know. I must give you everything, but there's a few things I just don't because, well, they're proprietary to the Blockchain Education group, so I won't give those, the secrets of the Trade Genius nor Blockchain Education. I won't give their secrets away, but you can see here, well, there you go. You can see that according to their settings, I'd wait a little while. If you're using a standard ADX, well, just you're probably already in the green then. Anyway, with that said, look at this 4-hour chart. Got a beautiful upwards channel. It's wonderful. It's really it's working in this channel. It's respecting the heartbeat. All is good. It kind of bounced off that heartbeat. It's gotten above the 200 moving average. Look at the green merit diamond there. It's wonderful. It broke through the 200, well, not that it broke through the 200 moving average. That's the little purple square merit badge. That means it broke through the 200 moving average. But this little green diamond merit badge means that all the Madrid ribbons have now turned green. And if it looks like it's going to find support above the 200 moving average, I know it certainly has pumped quite a lot already. But there really is no reason this thing cannot keep going. Not financial advice, entertainment purposes only, but it's really doing pretty darn good. Let's look at a 45-minute chart. Okay, 45-minute chart. We got a break above the 200 moving average. We tested it again, got under, went up, did a good bounce off of it. Now we're moving up. We're in this beautiful channel. Oh, and here on the 45-minute chart, yeah, the stochastic RSI is turning up. Lazy bear indicator kind of shows overbought. Squeeze indicator is losing momentum, but it's good. Honestly, on the 45-minute chart, I'm going to start watching this, and I am going to watch for a retrace to the heartbeat and a continued upwards move. That's what I'm watching. Maybe this will be a play. HBAR versus USDT doing great in today's crap market. All right, Dogecoin, completely not very interesting, but do note recently it's had 314 moving average bounces, and it's basically ranged between the 314 and the 200 moving average. When we see a breakout, around 25.5 cents, maybe this will be a play. Right now the indicators are just not that exciting. Shiba Inu, a coin that everybody really likes. This thing is doing wonderful. It's stayed above the 200 moving average all through the craziness recently. This is a 45-minute chart, and it's holding nicely above that 200 moving average. Indicators are, Yeah, you asked me, this is probably going to start moving up again. Looking at the indicators, I like it, but it's a volatile market. Be careful. Never financial advice. Everything I say is worthless. Do not listen. Only listen to what your bank and any other globalist that maybe like whatever wants you to believe in. Like, do what they say. Never do this stuff. Listen to Vice News and your doctor, whatever. With that said, hope I haven't been too crazy today. It's just been a weird day. That's why I'm doing it a little bit late. We're getting monsoons now here in the Arizona desert, which is really, really wonderful. But I think it's affected my sanity. Anyway, as you know, every Bitcoin Satoshi you own makes a wretched, disgusting banker cry. And also it makes people who work at Vice cry. So buy some sats.